for the last 2 or 3 days, we've been travelling through quite a lot of floating seaweed. It got particularly thick today, so we've been keeping a good watch on our sea inlet strainers, and sure enough, there's been a bit of weed accumulating in there, so we've been able to change over to the other strainer, clean out the weedy strainer, and carry on. But we actually found that our speed was just dropping ever so slightly, and our fuel consumption had climbed up a little bit unexpectedly. So we suspected we may have accumulated some weed on some of the hull appendages, the stabilizer fins, the rudders, maybe even the interceptors. So we briefly stopped in the hope that any weed would fall off the rudders, maybe the interceptors, and then we put the stabilizer fins into anchor mode. So what that does is it takes the fins and it rotates them 180 degrees and paddles them in the opposite direction. So we're hoping that that released any weed that may or may not have been on them. And we may be imagining it, but it does seem like we've crept up again on speed and reduced our fuel consumption ever so slightly again for the same RPM. So who knows, but we're definitely calling that a win anyway. So as a side note, you can see just how much difference those stabilizer fins make. Here's a brief video with the stabilizers turned off. You can see the boat's rolling around quite a bit. And here's the same angle a moment later as the fins are turned on. So you can see the moment they come back online. And all of a sudden the horizon becomes horizontal again. So I think that's about it for today. I can smell the barbecue smells wafting up the stairs to the bridge. Captain's on barbecue duty, which is always good news. So we'll see if anything else exciting happens for the rest of the day, and we'll be sure to let you know tomorrow. Cheers.